Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, 10:38 a.m. Mountain Time, and I just wanted to get this video going because I got a new idea on a cryptocurrency market that I think is going to start to turn up a little bit, and I'll tell you why. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about a few cryptocurrencies that are in that space. I want to talk about NFTs. I want to talk about Bitcoin and what we're looking at the weekend, how it's working incredibly to plan. And I want to talk about some exchange coins. So let's get started. First off, I want to bring the first part to you because I promised yesterday to talk about Bridge Mutual. If you follow my Twitter, you know that I mentioned Bridge Mutual. It was kind of late, but I am really feeling like this is ready to turn up. And if you look at the last 90 days, you know, it's just been kind of stagnant since its launch, and it's been kind of stagnant since the beginning of the month, so it hasn't really been doing much. But let me tell you why I'm looking into this. First off, you know, I'm a big YouTube guy. It's where I get a lot of my information. A lot of the information and news gets communicated to these content creators first, and then they relay it on to you, so they're the first to know. So I do a lot of YouTubing, hours every day, because that's where I get my news from. There, and Cointelegraph as well, and Twitter, of course. That's where all the best news comes from, right? So anyways, I was watching this video from CryptoWise. I'm gonna link their YouTube channel in the bio. Follow them, subscribe to them. Really like them. They're still relatively small, 8,000 subscribers. They doubled probably in the last week. Scott Trades let me know about, he shared a video with them, and I just like them. I feel like a lot of YouTubers are getting really big now. I think one of them just crossed 500,000 followers, so anytime a new coin gets mentioned, they just instantly just go up. It's like the penny stock world, like 400-500%, and it does me no good to buy into something that's up 400-500% in a matter of minutes, and I'm not willing to buy to buy in that scenario. So, you know, I'm looking for some of the smaller ones, and they're really good. Hopefully they get bigger. I hope they do get bigger. That'd be great. But anyways, yesterday's video by them, they were doing a really good review of, they were talking about Auto Farm, and I noticed something when I was watching it. I'm like, dang, you know, they're killer with these yield percentages, right? They are totally on top of it. And look at this, 403% they're getting. 403%, that's 1.11% daily. That you got, I mean, he has $208,000 in here. So he's just killing it every day on this. Now, my thought with this was, well, how do you trust? Like, you got $200,000 in there. Like, what happens if something goes wrong? Are you out your $200,000? That's a lot of money. That's a ton of money. So I'm like, man, there's got to be some kind of insurance. And I think back to Bridge Mutual. You know, everybody was talking about that, and I'm like, insurance, like, what's that really going to do in the cryptocurrency space? Is that really going to be a thing? And they've just been kind of sitting there. And then sure enough, next thing they start talking about in the video is insurance. And, you know, I was like, yeah, this is, you know, we're on the same page. It definitely like, you know, where it's going with this insurance and coverage programs. And, you know, they talked about Helmet, and then they talked about Bridge Mutual. And Helmet's a great one too. I'll mention that, and I'll mention why I like it. But these are all startups. They're new. They're a new idea. So, you know, there's not much to look into. The things that I like are the, you know, where are they at, and what's their team like? What does their team look like? A lot of the smaller ones that I throw a little bit of money into, you know, I don't throw a lot into because they're just so new, and their teams aren't really established. I don't recognize them, and you just never know. So Bridge Mutual, I really want to get into this insurance, and I did buy Bridge Mutual yesterday, and I'm going to close out of this, but follow CryptoWise. They're great. They're probably my favorite YouTube channel right now. But let's go to Bridge Mutual. Let's close out of that. The biggest reason that I like Bridge Mutual is its launch on PokeStarter. right? So it's on the Polkadot network, and Polkastarter just launches the best. They have the best performance outside of Butterfly for now. It's still relatively early, but I like that it's launched on Polkastarter, and I like that it has been around for I say a while, but a few weeks, a month, a couple months, and you can go to their webpage, you can watch a demo or go through a demo where you can actually go through the steps on purchasing coverage. But yeah, I mean, people are earning 1.1% a day. That money is just going to grow and grow and grow and grow. And like, how do you protect that when it gets big? This is what I really think is a good solution. So you can go to their website. I'm going to close out of that. I'm going to close out of Bridge, and I'm going to go to Helmet. This is the other one I like a lot. I never heard of it until CryptoWise mentioned it, and one reason I like this, I haven't looked as much into Helmet as I have looked into Bridge Mutual, but if you see, this has already come up a little bit, but there's a reason for that. It's because it's on Binance Smart Chain, right? That's why I like it. Binance Smart Chain is projects have been going absolutely nuts lately, absolutely nuts. And you can see this came from 58 cents, hit a high of $1.80. So could it keep going? Yeah, absolutely it can. Why not? Everything just seems to keep going, and I'll talk about that towards the end of the video also. But big volume pickup. So I think insurance, there could be something there. It's not a huge part of the industry yet, but I definitely like Bridge Mutual. I definitely like Helmet. There's a couple other options out there that I'll mention that I think could be good. If you're looking even further, you got Insure DeFi, and if you look, it hasn't. Well, that chart's kind of hard to, because it's got these two huge spikes. Still hasn't really done a whole lot. There hasn't been a whole lot of volume. So if you're looking to take a chance on something, it's only a $50 million market cap. It's under half a penny. It's available on a few exchanges that I've never really heard of, but I have heard Insured Finance, Insured DeFi mentioned. So that's one you could potentially look into. And then also Insured Finance. So another one, that I've heard be mentioned, still relatively new. These last two are probably a bigger risk, so I wouldn't throw the whole boat at them, but if you're looking just to expand a little beyond Bridge and Helmet, you could take a look into these because they really haven't caught on yet or done anything, so you're getting them relatively close to the bottom. So this one's been around since January 21st. So I haven't even updated the market cap on CoinGecko yet. So some newer ones that haven't really done anything, haven't really caught on, a little riskier. I would throw less into those. And I want to just remind you about like the newer ones and the low market caps and the riskier ones. Throw less money into. Don't throw a ton into there. You don't want to throw a majority of your portfolio in there. And not only that, but the liquidity. You don't want to be stuck in there where you can't sell because there's no volume, there's no liquidity. Mentioned OBR yesterday, so we're going to move on to the NFT space. Mentioned OBR, and had some people ask me questions about this one. Just wanted to bring up, we're looking at it, and it's sitting right about where I bought it at. I didn't throw a whole lot into this. This is new. This is speculative. It's in the things I like about it is it's in the NFT space. It's on the Binance Smart Chain, and its circulating supply is incredibly low. So if they do anything, if they get anything going, this will explode. I mean, it could sit here and do nothing. It could. There's a chance of that. But I like that it's in the NFT space. I like that it's on the Binance Smart Chain, and I like that it's got a low supply. I'm not going to throw a ton of money into it. It looks like there's like one transaction every hour about. So, you can go on here. It looks like about half and half. It's traded back and forth. So I don't see any of the same. Looks like this person made a sell. You see the same wallet here. They were selling a little bit. So maybe they were in it early, and so yeah, it's risky. It's risky, but any type of traction, any type of excitement, any type of buying that goes on into this, it could move really, really quick. So that's what I like about it. But just be aware that you don't want to throw, half your portfolio in this. You want to the riskiest ones, the lowest market caps. You want to throw the lowest amount into, because and those have the best chance of going 10, 20, 50 times, right? But they also have the highest chance of doing nothing or coming down, or your money being stuck in there, especially as low a supply and illiquid as this is, right? Then, yeah, there's. I'm not saying either thing is going to happen. I'm just like, yeah, I'm willing to take a shot on this. 38 transactions in 24 hours, so about 1.5 transactions per hour. So the other thing I like is that the staking. It'd be cool if I got a free NFT from them. It'd be really cool, and all I got to do is hold I think it's like 0.5 or more in my MetaMask wallet. Don't quote me on that amount, but it's a relatively small amount, and you could get a NFT card from them. So, anyways, keep that in mind. Next on the NFTs, really, really big news. Really, really big. I'm a really, really big believer that Bondly is going to do well. Bondly, if you haven't been following my videos, just to refresh, is partnered with Logan Paul. Logan Paul sold his first NFT yesterday. I want to say it went for 1.2 million. It was a Pokemon card, I think, Pokemon digital card, or maybe it was this NFT of himself. I'm not sure. I just saw a headline about it, and I looked at the price, and it was up, so I was happy. So yeah, you can go on to Bondly's website and you can find out more about them. You can look into Logan Paul and his partnership with them. That's a big deal. The more money that goes through here on NFT sales, it's being bid on with Bondly, their currency. So the more NFT sales they do, the more the coin is used, the more the price goes up. So simple as that. Anything else I want to go over with Bondly? Not really. Keep in mind, I'm a big on PolkaStarter. Biggest NFT in my opinion is Superfarm. That is going to be huge. It's let's see what their Telegram is up to. It's the most talked about, not NFT project. It's the most talked about project. Maybe PokeMarkets has passed it, but Superfarm has 88,000 members on their Telegram, and PokeMarkets has 93. So PokeMarkets just passed them on their their Telegram members. So these two are launching within the next 4 days. I think that's huge for PolkaStarter. Huge for PolkaStarter. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. I'm not going to FOMO into the Superfarm public sale. I'm just going to kind of be patient. Everything's been going so well and everything's getting so high, and I think it's going to shoot up really high, and the pre-sale participants that got a chance to do that are going to be up significantly. That's my thoughts. I'm not saying they're going to sell. It could be like paid network and just keep going and going and going. But anyways, okay, moving on. We wanted to get into this weekend. So the last couple days we've been talking about Bitcoin this weekend, what it's doing, where the RSI is at, like where's the top? Where's the short-term top? Where's the long-term top? So I'm not going to get super into it, but if you watch the videos from previous 2 days, especially yesterday's video, we said to watch the Bitcoin futures. And Bitcoin futures closed at 55,530 with a high of 56,575. All right, so they opened Sunday at 6 p.m. and right now we're at 57,000. So already we have a gap. And my expectations is that we're going to continue to go up all weekend. I think you could see something really explosive. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm under the impression that it's very possible. And am I saying it's likely? I'm not even saying it's likely. I'm just saying that it could happen. I mean, if we see 62,000 level, right, we're going to have a $6,000 gap. So it could create something, pretty painful. And look at the MACD, like just how bullish it's been. It's just surged. So I don't think or know that we've reached a top, but I think we're going to be due for a correction pretty soon, very, very soon. And it could come as early as, futures opening tomorrow. Last time, the reason why I have the hourly chart pulled up is I want to look at last Sunday. A lot of people panicked last Sunday because we had a drop from, let's see, the high on Sunday was 49,700, and we took a drop all the way down to, man, I feel like it was lower than that. Let me take a look at, even like on some exchanges we saw like 44,500. Some exchanges we saw as low as, what is that, 42,841. And I think some of these exchanges do some stop loss hunting, because I was watching and it was sitting around like 45, and then like it just flashed like 42, and I don't trust some of them. So keep in mind, if we create a gap on Sunday, it could run for a couple days and then close it. I'm not saying it has to be Sunday at 6 p.m., but I'm going to be watching very closely, and I'm going to plan accordingly. So Ethereum, similar thing. Let's see, let's go to Ethereum futures. And let's go to the Ethereum price. Nope, I don't want to look at it on that exchange. 1995, is that close enough at least? Yeah, that's right where we're at. So we'll use Kraken, but we're at 1995, and the Ethereum futures, look at that, since Ethereum futures launched, it's just crazy. So this is the weekly chart. Let's look at the daily, and we had a high of 1981. So we're barely above that, but we're still watching for that gap. And you look at the previous resistance of 1879.50, 1879.75, right around that area, 1870. That could be a potential support to watch if we do have a correction or a small correction. But anyways, so Bitcoin, that's what we're watching for this weekend. I mean, we're getting pretty high. And we go back to one last chart related to the total market. Let's look at the index. Let's look at the crypto cap of the altcoins. Looks like RSI, that's the hourly. I don't want to watch that. So we're hanging out around 85 on the daily. Nothing the MACD flipping yet. Actually, it looks like it might come up a little more. That could be another thing that happens tomorrow. It comes up a little more a week. This is the week. What we want to watch is we've been hanging around at this 96 RSI on the weekly, and we've just been on a tear. So, tomorrow I think is a big day. I'm going to be watching it really close. All my alts and all my Bitcoin and my larger holdings. So lastly, what I wanted to get into is mentioned Bilaxi coin, BIA. That was another one of those potential gems. I like we all know Binance coin, what it does. The exchange grows, their coin goes up in value. So, this Bilaxi coin's been doing pretty well. It's been picking up in volume. Their exchange, like what I've noticed, has been used more and more. I've reviewed a couple coins, and I'm like, wait a minute, they're on that exchange, like what's their coin doing? Looked into the coin, it's been getting more and more attention, it's been getting used more and more, so there's a push for growth. So I like that. Another one that's been doing really well, let's look at Binance coin, right? Because we all know that's been on a tear. It's down today. I expect a correction on it. Like I'm not buying it up here still. Maybe it continues to take off from here. I don't know. Binance Smart Chain has been the hottest topic along with NFTs. So, that's been obviously taken off, but a couple more that have been doing really well are KCS for KuCoin. Notice that's been going up. That was up like 34%. And, I think that exchange is getting used more and more. They allow margin trading. So, that's going to allow for more use of their coin, covering fees and such. And that's been, on a good tear. $2. Let's see, beginning of February, $1.20, and it's $4.56. So almost 4 times. Crazy. And then what was the other one? We have Uniswap did really well. Looking at the DEX exchange coins up 50%. Welcome to the party. It's been hanging around about $21, and it's had its day. It had its day yesterday. It joined. I like Uniswap, Chainlink, and Polkadot. I kind of tie those 3 together. Those are my big 3 major alts. Really like those. Cardano's in there now. What else? I'm not going to get into that, but last one, kind of a smaller one. Just wanted to mention this. Speaking of the Binance Smart Chain, AnySwap's been on a tear, guys. It's been on a tear. This one I mentioned a few times in some of my videos, and it's one of those ones. I saw a huge spike in it, caught it around 80 cents, and I'm just holding it. It's like, if they do anything, they haven't been really being used, any swap exchange. So they haven't been really being used, and it's just one of those ones. It's a low market cap still. It's on the Binance Smart Chain, 62 million. So, I mean, we're 400% on it. I took some profits. I sold half. It's just one of those, these super low market caps are riskier. So I want to take profits, and now so I have, 400% and I sell half, that leaves enough in there, and I've taken enough plus of my initial and profits out. So I'm set on that. I'm just going to hold it. That's the strategy that makes you see these, 4,000% gainers, 5,000% gainers 40, 50 times. This could potentially be one of them. I don't know. It's been doing awesome. But that's it. That's what I want to talk about today. Just wanted to give why I like Bridge Mutual. It's because of these staking and farming platforms and the amount of money that people have in there. And there's these new ones coming out, and I don't know if I trust them so much. If I don't feel like I trust them, or they're relatively new or really low market cap, or they don't have a large team or a dependable team or something that I recognize, which I don't recognize a lot of people in the space, I'm not staking my coins there. I'm not doing that. Or I'm not like locking them up or sending them somewhere into a lockup just because I don't trust. So, it is a risk. It is a risk. So there are these insurance projects that, have started to come out, and I think Bridge and Helmet are 2 of the better ones. And I'm in. I'm in for a little bit. So, I also think that this is a very important weekend to watch Bitcoin, see what it does, especially tomorrow as we lead up to futures opening up again. And be careful, be careful. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. So be careful. I don't think the time to go ape. That's, I guess, the new term. To go all in on these low market cap altcoins. Could they keep running and go absolutely insane? Sure. Yeah. There's these things can go on for a long, long time. I just like having some cash right now. And then, these exchange coins I'm really into as well. I'm just seeing them go nuts recently. And, there's more and more centralized platforms that people are going to because they're not willing to pay the gas fees on things like Uniswap, even though Uniswap is taken off. Ethereum is going up in price. We broke 2,000 finally. We're back down below it now. But just some additional things that I've been looking into. Bondly, the NFTs, I think we're looking pretty good on that. And that's probably one of my favorite ones. And I think that, Super Farm gets launched. You're going to see Bondly, get some more attention as well. NFTs, man, it's just selling for so much. I can't believe it. And I think Polka Starter gets a jump once this Super Farm and Polka Markets launch, and they have 3 other ones launching within the next 9 days, I think, too. So just wanted to give a quick weekend update, and I may not be on tomorrow, but just what to watch for, or at least what I'm watching for. And see, take a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. Crypto Bitcoin dominance chart. See if I can screw this up. Let me just Google it. There we go. Bitcoin dominance, it's an index, that's why I couldn't find it. Duh. Okay, so still sitting right around that 62, so not moving. So as Bitcoin is moving up, the altcoins are moving up. So good luck to you. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.